Hello and welcome to Friday Nights with TCF, presented by The Loop Sports. I am Zach Lilia. You can follow me at ZLiliaTCF.
I'm Boomy. You can follow me at BoomyTCF. Make sure you follow the main page at typical_Chicago. Follow The Loop Sports at the Loop_Sports.
Tonight we are sponsored by SeatGeek. 26 shirts. Actually, I went to the Bears-Rams game this last Sunday, and used SeatGeek, our promo, The Loop Sports, in all caps, to give you $20 off your first purchase of over $30.
$20. Right for you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. This is from us to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays from TCF and The Loop Sports. $20 from us to you.
If you want to go see the upset of the year on Sunday in Soldier Field, jump on it. Get on SeatGeek. And
really and truthfully, if you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, is it going to be like the upset of the century?
Oh, are you preparing yourself to get beat?
I'm just saying. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is what he is.
Aaron Rodgers playing with third-string offensive linemen.
Well, yeah.
That's the most expensive defensive player in the NFL.
That is going to be your biggest downfall, is your offensive line.
He's going to have to be quick with it.
And you had the right quarterback because he proved in the second half, week one, in Green Bay, that he is very good at getting it off very quickly.
Yeah.
Because he really destroyed us in that way. And
that's exactly. I mean, you nailed it. The defense is going to have to clamp down. I'm still not convinced that. Tariq Cohen is good, but the wide receivers are defendable. So I think that the secondary and the defense is going to have to be on point, but they're going to have to get pressure on Trubisky because, I mean, he's shown he can get out with his legs, and you have to put some pressure on him and make him make a decision. And you got to get to him quick.
And I mean, Trubisky proved this last week that he is maybe a little rusty, and he had the 3 interceptions, which was overshadowed by the 4 interceptions by Jared Goff. Is
it because I'm not going to say definitively, but you're probably not going to get 4 interceptions out of Aaron Rodgers. So.
No, you're not going to get 4 interceptions out of Aaron Rodgers. The weather is not going to be as cold. It actually looks like it's going to be a lot nicer.
Which actually doesn't play to our favor because we're actually colder.
Both teams are used to bear weather. So,
weather, biggest crock of shit I've ever heard.
It was supposed to be a lot like grosser out, and it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to now.
Oh, it's not.
No, I've heard that the weather is turning for the better.
Now, is the field at Soldier Field going to be?
It's never in a good shape, I would say.
I mean, that's another concern.
It's always due for a bad snowstorm or rain to ruin it because it's not the best. I don't get why we don't get the artificial turf. Doesn't really make sense to me that we're out there, especially because we do concerts on the field. That's the thing that's crazy. And they do big ones there too.
Like Taylor Swift and
I actually went to a Taylor Swift concert at Soldier Field.
I'm not sure I'd be.
83 Packers 0, says Nick Gons. I think that's an accurate score. The Bears 83. Actually, speaking of that, Coach Ditka did an interview on Wild and Sylvie the other day. It was actually very interesting. Apparently, it was a lot worse than it was told to be. And
his heart attack?
Yeah, it was actually a massive heart attack. And it was actually kind of cool the way he was talking. Like,
that old crotchety prick's never going to die.
He was like,
he's going to live longer than both of us.
And the thing is, he kind of said that. He's like, I thought I was Iron Mike, and I'm not as tough as I am. And lived a good life. But, Packers fans probably aren't the biggest fans of him.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to go.
That's very rude to say.
I don't care. He's an asshole.
He's not a nice guy, but he got his money. But I'm
not wishing death on him. There will not be a single tear shed.
No,
from me.
From you.
Day he passes
away. I will be crying my eyes out. But there's no reason to pick the games. You know who we're going to take. The Bears, who are 9-4. Packers 5-7-1. That tie is going to come back to haunt you.
I mean, I don't know if it's.
You're still in it because the NFC stink. The bottom of the NFC is average, average, and
that's even being nice about it.
And like you were alluding before the show started, that Pigoy is crazy for thinking that the Vikings still have a chance.
They are. It is unbelievable. He even said in the group message, and I hope he's watching this, they are just as dead, if not, I mean, maybe a little bit more, because obviously I think they have one more win than Green Bay, but, like, they look terrible.
Yes, they do.
They look terrible in Seattle.
Especially in the biggest, like, that was the biggest game of their season, and they had nothing going. I really didn't watch the game. I heard the defense was good for them, but their offense just can't do anything. Kirk Cousins now a whopping 0-7 on Monday Night Football. Just horrible on prime time. Not a clutch quarterback. And guess what? You're stuck with him for what, another 5 years, 4 years?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's all because of your guy Pigoy your biggest fan thought that it would be a good idea to write a blog that begged him to come there, and that had nothing to do with it. But
he probably read it, went to Minnesota, screwed him over. So it is Peter.
Because you know what, you really truthfully, away from being a hater of the Vikings because of being in the division, I do think that is a horrible signing because I don't see where you can trust Kirk Cousins at all. I mean, he makes no big plays. He's not very clutch, and you figured out why the Redskins kept tagging him, franchise tagging him. They did it because there's going to be a downfall to his game. It's not like he's one of those premier quarterbacks. I mean, he just doesn't have that kind of game.
He also doesn't have like another switch where guys like Rodgers and Brady can like turn it on at any time, where Cousins, you can usually tell in the first quarter whether he's going to have a good game or not.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the difference between
and if it's a
being
primetime game,
quarterback and being an all-pro kind of guy. I mean, all-pro isn't the best word, but kind of one of those legendary guys is the better word I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll ever be one of those legendary guys within the game of football.
Does Sunday's game against the Falcons, the Aaron Rodgers middle finger tour beginning? I mean, he looked like a man on a mission. That's got to worry you a little bit.
It would if the Falcons were not downright awful.
But like I get what you're saying. They still have a decent – I mean,
but
yes,
it seemed like they were forcing it to Julio so bad because they wanted to give him the touches.
Right. But at the same time, I mean, they still have skilled guys, and I'm not making an argument that Atlanta – I've said from day one Atlanta's hot frauds. But it wasn't even like that was a game. That was like watching, a first string versus a second string. I mean, it was like 34-13 at one point. It wasn't even close. I mean, they really gave him the business.
And, I mean –
offensively and defense. I mean, the defense played well. I mean, they just got into them. They were not giving guys anything. Yeah. It was really the beginning, and like I said – this game could go either way, but I think, Aaron Rodgers on this, I'm going to shove it up Mike McCarthy's ass tour is real. I mean, he showed it last week. That was the easiest money I've ever made.
Yeah, he's no Mitchell Trubisky, that's for sure. Kirk Cousins, no. He's not talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing you're talking about Kirk Cousins because I agree with that, but I do not really agree with Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is very, very good at football, and he turned his girlfriend into a Packer fan.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy.
Why?
Franchise that wins, lovable quarterback.
I don't know about that. Let's get into some of the games coming up this weekend. Let me pull them up right here on my Sports Action
Saturday game.
Yeah, Saturday game. We got the Houston Texans going into New York to play the Jets. I mean,
another
the Texans
game
are going to whomp them
because the Texans should win that game.
Texans should easily win that game. And then we got the Browns going to Denver. Denver should win that game.
Yep.
The Browns are – they're all right. They had that cool play, but I just really don't – I think going forward they're going to be a good team, but right now – next year I think that will be a playoff contender. But for right now they're trying to find – and they need to find the right coach too.
Oh, I agree. They've got to add a couple pieces too. Like they're close, but they're not there yet. They were like the Bears before they got Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're one huge piece away from being a very good team in a division that is heavily on the decline. Yeah. I mean, Baltimore's having a little bit of resurgency with Lamar Jackson, but Pittsburgh doesn't look good. They look just about dead. Cincinnati is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
There's definitely opportunities to slide in there in that division and make a little run. So I think they're not far.
Yeah, and moving on to the next game, we the Giants and Tennessee. Tennessee is -1 going to New York. Neither team is going to do anything this year. This game really doesn't matter. But actually, Tennessee is 7-6 now that I'm looking at it. So they're probably playing for a spot.
They have a glimmer of hope, but it's very.
The Giants are a casual 5-6. 5-8. Sorry, and that is a little bit better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, well, they did beat the Bears, so
they beat the Bears, and they won last week by a lot without Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
So
who I think is out again this week.
I think he might be out for the rest of the season. He says he has a severe quad injury.
He has a severe case of we're 5-8, and I don't give a shit about the rest of the season.
Just a little side note for the Hawks fans: the Blackhawks casually blew a 2-1 lead pretty quick, down 3-2. So
nice. We'll get to that in a minute.
Let's go, boys. But yeah,
the tank is on.
Tampa Bay, Baltimore in Baltimore.
I think this could be a little bit of a trap game here for Baltimore.
Joe Flacco's officially not hurt, and he's not playing.
Yeah, I mean, but like Lamar Jackson's played well lately, but he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't blown the doors off of me yet.
No,
he hasn't been like, holy cow, this guy is a baller. Like, he's done just enough to get by against some very average team.
But I think he's a better choice than Flacco because he
has more of a future and more of an upside.
Yeah, and he can do stuff with his feet. He can make plays. I mean, Flacco was going nowhere in the pocket. He was sitting there and he was going to pass it or he was going to throw it away or get sacked because I don't think he's ever been a running quarterback ever in his career.
No.
I mean, just look at him. I mean, I don't think the way he plays his game.
I could run faster than Joe Flacco.
That's crazy.
I'd be willing to bet on it.
No, I mean that's crazy. I mean, I would say you'd have to lose.
Give me some good odds, but I would run a 20-yard dash.
Detroit going to Buffalo again, another game that no one really cares about.
Which is that's
39.5. Maybe take the over there. I would say take the over.
You're a big fan of the lowest. You pick the lowest
and
under the week.
It always hits. It always hits. So if you want to win money,
end up 12-9, and you're going to be screwed.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Oakland, Cincinnati.
Who cares?
I mean, there's a lot of who cares
games.
Because then we got Arizona, Atlanta.
Who cares?
Miami, Minnesota is.
Who cares?
It is a game that matters, though.
Not really. I mean,
it does for you. It should for you a lot because if the Vikings lose, that's
I
big
have
for
one
you.
focus and one focus only this week, and that's embarrassing the Bears.
Well, I know that, but you also want to look at you're still in the playoff contention if you win.
Dude, we need to win out and have like every other team in front of us lose. Like the odds of it happening are less than like.
I don't know. The NFC is very weird right now, so we'll see what happens.
Well, the Dolphins are pretty good. I mean, they did beat the Bears, so it can't be.
Brock Osweiler. That was a weird game. Hot. It was so hot.
Yeah.
Dallas Colts.
That actually should be.
That should be a good game in Indianapolis. They're getting 3 points. Indianapolis is, which I think is, I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know. Dallas is on a roll. I can see them having a bad week this week. Indianapolis. Andrew Luck is looking very good. I did not know his father was the commissioner of the XFL.
Yes. Yep.
I was looking at him like, is that his dad? That's crazy.
Steve, you're wrong.
What do you say?
Bet me.
Sorry, I didn't look. Bears will have at least 2 TDs. That's easy money.
No, Bears will win by at least 2 TDs.
Oh, win. That's fine by me
That's
too.
Wrong.
Go Dolphins. Thanks, Evan, for that. Oh,
Steve, we don't say that word.
Okay, that's so funny.
It is funny.
So we got the Redskins and Jaguars.
Who cares?
Another low. 36 is the total,
out.
and the that's crazy. That's 50%. 36.
That's really low.
That is very low.
What game did you say that was?
The Jaguars and the Redskins.
That game's going to end up. One team will have single digits in that game. I guarantee it.
Cody Kessler. I don't even. You don't deserve to play.
He's a better quarterback than Blake Bortles.
Seahawks, 49ers. That should be. The Seahawks should take care of them.
Seahawks are playing well. I mean, they proved it on Monday night. It wasn't a great game. It was a pretty ugly game, but like they still gutted it out and still beat Minnesota, who had a similar record.
Go Jaguars. What are you, a fan of all these teams here?
Well, you have to remember it's Egoy who's pessimistic and doesn't think the Bears are going to.
I hope you don't watch the game. You and Boomy can watch not watch the game together.
I actually am cheering for my team. I think he's cheering for your team to lose.
I don't get that. That's crazy. That's just crazy. We got New England, Pittsburgh.
That should be. I mean,
I think New England should beat them. But Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's done.
New England can throw the final shovel of dirt on Pittsburgh's grave.
Ben Roethlisberger's going to sit out until he can't play, and then try to come in the last quarter and save the game.
Yeah, they did lose.
What was it? Oakland. They said that there was the X-ray machine wasn't working or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, they also didn't they find like rats in the food.
But on PMT, I heard them say this, that they are trying to make it look like they have to leave Oakland. Like, man, this stadium sucks. That's why we had to go to Vegas. So they're trying to showing all the bad stuff.
Like it's been documented before that like the sewage backs up and like shit fills.
Did you see they did it was like they ranked all the stadiums?
Yeah, and that
food.
One was worst.
I think what was it? Wrigley was number 1 in Chicago or 2. They were talking about him.
I haven't been there.
The worst is Soldier.
I actually heard that what is it now? Bank or whatever the US Cellular is now.
guaranteed rates.
Yeah, whatever. I actually heard their food's really good. But
Very good food, actually. I'm cheering for Clinton. Okay.
Pittsburgh has one of the best defenses in the league, but yeah, they're out of the playoffs right now.
I mean, I'm just still their offense is just so weird. And
they
Ben
lost to
Roethlisberger can't.
Oakland last week. Like, let's not forget they went to Oakland and lost.
To a big game. That was a
Raiders.
big game for them too. I'm just
like, come on.
And then we have
they're also
Philadelphia
going against Tom Brady in the same breath. Like, yeah, they might have a good defense, but he's Tom freaking Brady. So
yeah, he's all right.
Let's relax a minute.
Philadelphia going to LA and playing the Rams, who are going to probably get
that's a lot of points to cover.
But they're probably coming off that loss to the Bears.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed off.
They're probably going to. I mean, Gurley had 28 yards against the Bears, and I'm guessing he's looking for a bigger game.
Grossly underused.
He was 11 carries.
Yeah, 11 carries
for
the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, and then we have the Saints, Carolina in Carolina. Big game. Big game for the Saints, I guess. Panthers are 6-7. You're actually looking for the Panthers to lose, I'm guessing, if you're you.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Egoy corrected me that the Steelers are in first in the AFC North, but.
You are right, though. He has not played like the old Tom Brady.
Baltimore's playing well. Pittsburgh has lost 3 in a row, I'm pretty sure. Or
you might be right.
Something like that. They've played really poorly, and they get New England. Like, yeah, I get Tom Brady hasn't played like Tom Brady like he has, but like the Patriots are still better than the Steelers.
But we'll see.
I don't get that argument.
We also had the Chargers winning in a crazy game against the Chiefs on a last-second 2-point conversion.
Oh, I bet the Chargers last night.
Love it. You money line?
+3.
Ooh, that would have been a good money line right there. Let's go right into our picks.
Love the Saturday games.
The TCF picks right here, baby.
Gives me something to bet on tomorrow. I have the Broncos. They are up. I screwed something up. Stink. I know they're -2.5.
Broncos are -2.5 against the Browns.
The Browns, yeah.
In Denver.
That should be, in Denver, that should be a decent possibility for a win. I think that Denver's playing, they're coming off, didn't they wax the 49ers or something last week?
Good teams don't lose to the Bills.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is true. That's very true. Texans, I have the Texans in the other game. I think it's the first game against
the Denver game is the first game, I believe.
Is it?
I was wrong.
That's what I thought. I'm always right. So Texans -7 at New York against the Jets.
You're always right. I thought you said Chief Keef was a top 5 rapper of all time.
He is top 5 rapper of all time. I don't want to get into this right now.
Speaking of that, go to typical _Chicago. We have a bracket going right now. Last week's TCF top 5 really, really took off, and one of our guys, Maddie from the Loop Sports, picked it up and made a 64-team NCAA style bracket out of the top rappers.
Very quickly too. It was unreal how quick it was.
The next day. It was pretty sweet. And we are into the second round right now. So make sure you go there. Make sure you get your votes in, and don't forget to vote for the Wu-Tang Clan because they're grossly underrated.
Chief Keef got set up in the first round, so I thought that was kind of crazy.
Exactly where he belongs.
That's crazy. So who do we got here?
Second game, I have Detroit +3 against the Bills. Are we really going to act like the Bills are good?
Yeah, we'll see. Josh Allen, he's been playing pretty well, so we'll see.
Matty Stafford just manages games, and I feel like this is a game that Detroit. You're going to the Bills, but Bills Mafia isn't what it was last year when they were in a playoff hunt. I have a hard time betting again. If you're going to give Matt Stafford points, I'll roll with it because he just, like you said, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he's just good enough. I like how you
agree with me on that.
I do. I actually do. I hate saying it, but
stats are there. I have the Redskins +7 in Jacksonville. I just don't see where Cody Kessler is going to muster it up. Would you say Mark Sanchez is starting for the Redskins?
He started last week. I don't know who's starting.
He might actually be hurt, but it might be him. And I just want to see the Jags.
Oh, no, Josh Jackson is going to start. Who? Never heard of him.
Better than Cody Kessler, so.
Yeah, Cody Kessler's better than Blake Bortles, so.
Let's just move on.
I got New England. This is an easy one. The Steelers, the wheels are falling off of the bus. They have lost, I think, 3 games in a row. If not, I don't even care. They lost to the Raiders. They suck. Big Ben's I don't even know. He's a candy ass. I don't know what his deal is. He's always hurt. And
I mean,
it's the Patriots. They're starting to get ready for the playoffs. You're going to see the Patriots throttle the Steelers. Hammer.
I have Seattle minus 3.5 going into San Francisco to play the 49ers. I really just 49ers, got nothing for them. I think Seattle's a pretty decent team, actually, and I think they're going to, I would say,
they're probably
lock of the week.
Yep. I'm going to take the Rams on Sunday night, minus 13, like you said. The Rams coming off of having the revenge from this game in Chicago the other night. They've got Philadelphia coming to them, I believe. And, I mean, Nick Foles has just been substituted in, hasn't taken any snaps since, like, week 4.
I don't know. That's the reason I'm going to take the Eagles, because of Nick Foles.
Yikes. You're riding with Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. I mean, he's going to re-energize this team, and they're going to make a run into the playoffs. So let's see what we got here.
Wow, that might be the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
It can't be true.
No, you're right. Monday night, I got New Orleans minus 6.5. They are getting primed up for the playoffs. I think you're going to see New Orleans make a run to the Super Bowl. Drew Brees is just, that guy. So 6.5 is going to be nothing. Carolina's trash, so might as well hammer.
As he says that, I got Panthers plus 6.5. I think you're going to – oh, shoot. They're going to keep it close, and it's going to be – I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win,
Cam
but –
Newton had 4 interceptions last week.
He's due for a bounce-back game.
He stinks.
Fool's gold. You're right. He should have really been the starter in the first place, I think. And it shouldn't have taken a back injury to Carson Wentz for that to happen, but maybe that's what it took. And I think they are going to be at least a better team with Nick Foles.
I just think they're bad, period. It doesn't matter who's running the
Speaking of bad teams, the Chicago Bulls.
They got a win, though, the other night.
They got a win. They almost won last night. I was happy to see the ending of that game because
Jim Boylan,
I don't get you. Jabari Parker. I mean, what was that? We spent $20 million. Oh, my God, I guess $40 million. I don't know how it's going to work out in the end. He's going to get traded.
I actually read today on Yahoo.
For the right fit. The right fit. What's the right fit for a guy who doesn't want to play defense? And
the right fit is going to be somewhere not in Chicago, because I actually read on Yahoo today that there have already been teams reaching out to the Bulls to try and get trade partners. But it's going to be interesting to see if the Bulls, first of all, make that move, and second of all, what they're going to have to eat of that contract.
Yeah,
because he can score.
He can score
give you 25 on a night, but
he also no defense. And I'm guessing he did not like the practices that were from Boylan.
No,
and I'm guessing he may have started the mutiny against them. Which, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the guy. I don't get what he's doing. That's not how you run an NBA team. No. You don't run it like a college.
It's like not even college. That's like
high school. Like after the games, what? That's not how it works. These guys are getting paid a lot of money to do this. They're not going to. Vinny Del Boylan, that's a good one. We'll still have 53 more games. Tanks for Zion. Yeah, it would be nice. But the thing about that is the last 3 teams all have the same percentage of chance to get the number 1 pick.
Right.
So that kind of stinks.
But either way, just end up in the top 3. You get the same amount of
ping. I meant bottom 3.
In the bottom 3. Get the same amount of ping pong balls. You're either going to end up with Zion, or I actually wouldn't mind RJ Barrett, just because the Bulls are kind of front loaded in the post with young guys, with Lowry and with Wendell Carter. I think RJ Barrett might be a better fit with those guys than Zion, because you're kind of plugging. I mean, Lowry would have to play more of the 3 with Zion. And like I said, I mean, this is looking a gift horse in the mouth if you get either one of those guys. So I am all in favor of the tank. It's pretty clear that Fred was not the problem. And I said this last week on the show, but Fred was not the issue here. The issue is that the guys running this organization couldn't find their ass with 2 hands and a flashlight. Okay? These guys are terrible at their job. They suck at their job. They need to do the city of Chicago and every Bulls fan a favor and step down, because anybody could do a better job than these guys.
Anybody.
I mean, there's got to be some guy who's grinding it out.
The Bulls will never be a successful team with these 2 guys running the team.
Exactly.
The Bulls are 6-23. The Hawks are 6-22. The Cavs are 7-22, and the Suns are 5-24.
Yeah,
so they are, as of right now, in the bottom 3.
Stay there.
So stay there. Beautiful.
Stay there. I'm okay with that.
Because we got the Knicks 9-21, Wizards 11-18. Let's see if there's some bad.
There is some really bad.
The Raptors are 23-7. Wow.
There's some really
But, yeah.
bad basketball in the NBA.
As of right now, looking good for the tank.
Yep.
But
here's the thing. I mean, Chris Dunn is just now coming back. He'll be back in the starting lineup here pretty soon. Unfortunately, this team's going to go on a run where they're going to play, like the Knicks and the Suns in a couple like back-to-back games. And
but like Steve's saying here, on paper, this team should be good. And, yeah, you're right. You just look at Jabari, but you look at Chris Dunn. Now they have Chris Dunn out there. This team should be in, like, at least an average team.
I don't even know if you can go that far. These guys are so young, though. There's no chemistry there. Like, they should be better than what they are. I'm not going to disagree there. But be good and, like, be good enough to make the playoffs. I still thought it was a stretch to even make the playoffs if the roster was completely full this year. Yeah. I just think you take your bumps this year. And since you've started the way you do, then screw it. You're not going to win an NBA championship. You're not going to win a series in the playoffs. So screw it. You've already made yourself in the bottom 3. Just keep riding with it.
I'm looking at this right now. They had the last 10 games. The Bulls and the Suns both are 1-9 in the last 10 games. That's the worst in the league.
We're in good company.
Yeah. It is crazy to look at how bad the Bulls really have been this season.
DeAndre Ayton has not been doing what I was hoping he would do in Phoenix.
No.
Number 1 pick. I mean, the kid's a freak. I mean, he's 6'11". He's got like a 7'4" wingspan. The kid is an athletic freak, but he's also 19 years old.
Yeah.
And that's kind of going to be the issue. Wendell Carter's 19 years
old. Well, Devin Booker was 19 years old when he joined
Devin
the Suns
Booker
too.
is 21.
That's
like
crazy.
Right now. I mean, he's a dude.
He had, 50-point game?
Yeah, he had a couple 50-point games, I'm pretty sure.
I think he's a very good player. And the Suns are doing what they need to do. They're tanking. They got the young guys.
Except for the fact that you see the story came out that there's a rumor going around that the owner of the Suns is actively looking to move the team to either Las Vegas or Seattle, causing a huge stir in the city of Phoenix. Some old, 88-year-old lady got up from her wheelchair and yelled at the owner at some community meeting. It was hilarious.
As much as I hate to say it, if it moved to Seattle, I think it would be a more lucrative team because I think that it's a bigger market if you really think about it,
Phoenix is a big market though too, but it's not.
But it's
right
also
market for an
it's
NBA
also
team.
one of those places. If you're not a good team, what is the reason to go? Because you go outside, it's Phoenix.
Exactly,
it's beautiful. I mean, you
go back to Vancouver,
and if you're in Seattle, and it would at least for the first few years would be awesome because it would get you that. Seattle's been looking for this. There's still supersonic fans there.
Yeah. I mean, I think I followed their Facebook page, and there's 1 million plus members of this Facebook page that want a team back in Seattle. And they're going to get a taste of it. I think if you do see an NBA team in Seattle, it's going to be a little bit because I think they're kind of testing the waters with this NHL thing. So you'll never know.
Igor says about how they're going to win 20-25 games. These guys are going to ruin the tank. I really don't think so because of what happened last night. None of those guys
Dunn's still
that team is not built to close games.
No.
In NBA,
and they also
closing the games is the toughest thing to do because a league can go like that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they still have Jim Boylan calling
shots. And I feel like as much as you hate to say it, they are almost playing against their coach at this point.
Right.
And they're looking good. Laurie's looking good, but until you get a right coach in that spot, we're going nowhere. We're going nowhere until Gar will go up there and speak to the media like a guy should.
Yeah, he's a candy ass.
It's just stupid. I don't like it. I don't get why they didn't just fire themselves on the spot right then and there.
Yeah.
Because the move made no sense, especially when Robin Lopez comes back and says that they did trust him and they wanted to see what he could do.
Yeah.
With Fred, speaking of Fred, with a healthy team and the organization, Gar and Pax tried saying that they didn't have trust. The team lost trust in them. No, you guys lost trust in them, and then you wanted to get rid of them to save your ass.
Well, right, and they proved that they don't have a connection with the team. I mean, those Gar Pax, because if they're coming out and saying that, and then the guys are like, "That's not the case."
Thibodeau was the one that came out and said that they were spies.
Yeah,
they were spying on them. I mean, that's just crazy. And then there is another coach gone, but those two stay there.
Yeah.
You know what?
How many coaches do they get?
I think next year, if as much as we hate to say this, I think Paxton should be on the sideline because if you keep firing it, then guess what? Be the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Be the guy. Either be the guy or get out.
I hate to say that because next year, if that's the case and he's
on
the sideline,
I don't want to see it, but
it's to prove a point.
If you want to keep making the point of, oh, this isn't the right guy, then go out and be the guy that you want to be right.
Yeah.
The right guy, I mean.
Exactly. No, I'm with you.
And
they keep saying
I don't see it happening.
It was Vinny Del Negro's fault. It was Thibodeau's fault.
Yeah.
It was Fred's fault. It's Jim Boylan's
It's
fault.
never their
it's Tim
fault.
Floyd's fault. It's all these guys' fault. Okay, you're the idiots that hired them. So if you think that it's the coach's fault, then how many chances do you get?
That's crazy.
It just blows my mind. Like, they just get a pass from ownership. Like, Jerry Reinsdorf, what are you doing? I mean, is Jerry Reinsdorf dead?
I don't know.
Either way, whoever owns the Bulls,
don't.
What are you doing? These clowns don't know what they're doing. They're not good GMs, and they've proved that for the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, the draft picks have been looking good, but I really don't attribute that to them.
But like trading up to get Doug McDermott in the first round, I mean, there's also been a lot of picks. I'm pretty sure those guys were around when they traded traded LaMarcus Aldridge for Tyrese Thomas.
Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner, I think, he's still alive.
Okay, so like, why are these guys still in power?
Net worth, $1.2 billion.
Well, he owns the White Sox and the Bulls.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
It's having quite the crazy week, it says. He's the boss of the Bulls and White Sox, so he has good and bad going at him.
Yep.
They got Bryce Harper.
Speaking of the White Sox are one of the rumored front runners for free agent Bryce Harper.
And I keep saying this. They are front runners because they have the money.
Exactly.
That's as of right now, that's all they got. I mean, as much as you want to say that Bryce Harper wants to go, I mean, you don't really know that. All it is right now, yeah, they have maybe some hot talks because they are literally putting the most money on the table.
Right. And I think, like, if
Bryce Harper would be stupid not to look at least the most money.
If Bryce Harper truly wanted to just sign for the money, then he would have done it already, because the White Sox allegedly
he is a two-sport Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely. Jerry Reinsdorf's a good owner, but he's just not doing his job right now.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, I can't disagree with you, Steve. He's done a great job.
The guy's in power. He puts in power.
He has 6 NBA championships and a World Series trophy. So yeah, I completely agree. But if he was that good of a team owner, then these idiots running the Bulls would not be in place right now. So yes, historically he's been a good team owner. Right now he's not being a good team owner.
You got to get rid of those guys. But yeah, like you said, and they're also
White Sox rumored to be in on Machado, obviously, because they have the money.
You said, it's all because of the money. They have I think they have either the second most, or I think I thought I saw something that Tampa Bay actually had more room open. And even with Bryce Harper on the books for like the max, it's still the crazy. I think it's like 90-something million is all that the White Sox would have on the books at that point.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Here's the thing, and Egoy brings this up, that Harper needs to go to a contender. There was an interview with Alex Rodriguez I listened to recently where he was going to sign with Boston before he became a Yankee and was going to take less money. But the MLB Players Association didn't allow it because it set a bad precedent. Now, that has me worried that the MLBPA is going to come in and tell him, even if he wanted to sign, let's say, for the Cubs or for the Dodgers for less money, will they allow it for a less figure because it sets a bad precedent? If that's going to be the case, and if it happened with Alex Rodriguez, then what's to say it's not going to happen again? That has me a little worried. I don't disagree. He needs to go to a contender, but there's also a lot more players in this situation than just Bryce Harper in the Cubs and Bryce Harper in front offices. Because yes, obviously the logical pick if he wants to go to a contending team is to go to the Dodgers, go to the Cubs, go to the Yankees, but he's going to have to take a pay cut. And if it's that significant of a pay cut than what the White Sox can offer or other teams in their situation, then there might be some pushback from other people that we're not even aware of. And that has me a little worried.
Going back to Reinsdorf, Steve has a good point. He's very loyal, which is one of his downside. Example is Kenny Williams and John Paxson. That's very true.
You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
That's very true. And some of the greatest owners look at the Steelers.
Right.
They're almost to a team. I mean, what have they had? Like 3 or 4 coaches in franchise history?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to think about. A team like the Bears, who went through 3 or 4 in the last few years.
Right.
That, like, a team like that.
The Bills seem like they're shuffling guys in and out every year.
I mean, look, it's crazy to really think about that. That is nuts.
But yeah, like you said, it's
really nothing
loyalty to a downfall.
Nothing new on the Cubs. Again, we're not spending money, I guess, so that's the main point. That
there was a rumor around that Bryce Harper told the Cubs that he is interested in playing for them, but he's going to give them time to figure out their financial situation.
I really like that rumor a lot.
I mean, obviously,
it's my favorite rumor I've heard
there.
in days, actually, because it's about the only positive towards Bryce Harper news that we've got in a while.
Yeah, it's just been kind of a boring. I mean, there's rumors around that the Cubs are interested in Daniel Descalso, who is kind of a utility guy. You can throw him around anywhere. Just another, if he is going to be a signing, I think is going to be a very, very Theo Epstein kind of guy. Got a little guy that can do it all, kind of place him wherever. And that'd be interesting to see how much they have to pay for him if they do go down that road. So
yeah, we'll see.
Still the best team in Chicago, even with Bryce Harper's on the south side.
That's what I keep saying. But another sad team to talk about, the Hawks.
They stink. They didn't pick up a win, though, the other night.
They did. They're 10-18-5. They snapped, what was that, an 8-game losing streak?
8 or 9.
8 or 9. I think it was up to 8. It's just, like you said, the same thing with the coach. It's just this coach really is in a bad spot. It's not really his fault. He doesn't have a really good team. He's very unexperienced player.
Yeah.
A coach. He went straight from the Ice Hogs straight into a situation where maybe the Blackhawks' greatest coach of all time was fired, and he is the greatest coach. I should have said that a different way because Coach Q is the greatest Hawks coach of all time.
Hawks coach, okay.
And he's been put in a very weird spot, and it's just a tough team to play with. I think I saw that Kane has 5 straight games with a point. He's back to playing a little bit better, but other than that, not really much there to him. Yeah. The defense isn't very good. Crawford's getting just a lot of shots on goal, and
the defense couldn't stop flies from getting to cow shit. Man, they're terrible.
What a saying by their booming.
I wish producer Joe was recording that.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to get there with the old.
We're gonna have to cut that one up later.
We're gonna.
Yeah, that came straight from my dad.
We'll cut it up. But you want to go right into the top 5?
All right, TCF top 5 tonight. We have the top 5 fast food items. So kind of we're going to be a little liberal here. So like if you drive through, and obviously we know that some of you don't listen correctly. So if you have to go through like a drive through, and if you say Chipotle has a drive through,
as he says, listen correctly.
It doesn't.
Boomy is not very good at listening correctly either. So
that coming from you holds 0 weight.
I know, but you're calling out the fan. I just wanted to call you.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's fast food items, things you get when you go through the fast food drive-through, like your top things. Like I'm not a big meal guy. I don't usually order like the value meal. I just get the sandwich or the burrito. It by itself. I don't need all the French fries. I don't need all that stuff. So, are you ready?
I mean,
I tried the theory not to win.
We should keep track of how many I've won.
I don't think I've won
one. Unbelievable.
But hey,
now that we're gonna be cutting up more videos, I'm gonna cut up every single one of me.
I might have 1 win.
I mean, it's every time. It's every time.
I even tried the PMT theory that you don't care about it, you just throw whatever, and it didn't work.
Didn't work because that is funny to think like in your head you want to lose.
I literally was just like, just throw your hand. And just whatever comes out, comes out. And I lost again. God bless it. All right. That's all right. I like going second anyway.
Maybe because the number 1 pick is tough. Of all time.
Like singular fast food items. We're really fat. We've had a lot of food items here.
So we're about here with the food. Let me think. I'm going to have to go with the Big Mac.
I knew you were
going to go. I'm a Big Mac guy.
I knew you were going to go.
But Big Mac's one of those things, if you don't like it, it looks gross.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it looks weird.
I don't like McDonald's that much, so.
Big Taco Bell guy.
I'm Big Taco, which is leading me into my first pick. I'm going to go with quesadilla from Taco Bell.
That's a good number. Is it T8?
T7.
Well, T7.
T7
you get the quesadilla with the one.
With the 2 taco. One taco and a drink, but I usually don't get the value meal. So my usual order, I'll probably get into this later.
Let's hear the order here.
Okay, so it's usually a steak quesadilla, 2 cheese roll-ups, caramel apple empanada.
My mom actually just let me. I think you already got your two, so you'd say.
Yep. So my second one, I am going to go with a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's because you can order 3 or 4 of them. They're not super big. They're not super small. They're a perfect. I mean, they got the bacon, you got cheese, you got meat. What more could? And they got lettuce and tomato. Like, what more can you ask for in a burger?
My go-to, my number 2 is a go-to, the 10-piece nuggets from Wendy's. I am a big fan
choice.
of the 10-piece.
Good breading on those.
Good. It's the best nuggets that fast food can give you.
You favor spicy? Well, you're kind of a pansy ass when it comes to spicy.
I don't like spicy stuff at all.
Yeah. All right.
Is the Chick-fil-A one spicy?
I don't think so.
I thought they had like spicy nuggets. But yes, my number 3. It's not a fan of a lot of people. People are not big fans of it. The McRib. I have to be. But let's just say, just like with Chief Keef, you have to be true to myself, and I've been a big fan. The funny part about a McRib is when I was younger, they used to have the ones at school that was like the McRibs, and that's what I first ate was the ribs at school.
Okay.
So I went up to Wisconsin, and I had like a real rack of ribs, and I'm like, my parents, I'm like, where's the bread? Like, what is this? I had no idea. And now ribs are my favorite food.
You didn't
I'm
know
a big
that
fan
like
of,
real ribs were a thing?
I was like
McRib?
in elementary school, and I would like always get the ones from school. And I'm like, that's all I ever had. I never really like went to this place and was like, can I get a big rack of ribs? And my dad was like, oh, you should try these. So I tried them.
Oh my god, that's the best thing I've heard.
But to this day, I love them. My favorite. I love ribs.
Yeah, what are the bones doing here?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. I'm not as big a fan as I used to be of the McRib.
Sure.
Now that I've had the real ribs,
do you get the pickle and the onion on there, or you just go
just a pickle? I'm not a big onion guy.
You more of a pickle guy?
I'm a pickle guy.
Walked you right into that there, Big Z.
I think you meant to do that because you knew I liked
pickles?
Diced up pickles. Diced up pickles.
They have to be diced. So let's see.
My
my number 3. This is another easy one. I'm going Whopper. Whoppers are way better than Big Macs. Way better. Whopper with cheese.
Everyone's got their choice.
Whopper
Not
with
a big
cheese
fan.
all day. I went to Burger King today.
Really?
Yeah. Met my dad and grandma there, and my brother and sister were there too.
Good to know.
It was the burger's just better at Burger King. It
Really?
tastes like real beef. Not.
Do you go or do I go now?
I get 2.
Yeah, then I get the last 2.
All right, I'm gonna go Frosty. Little chocolate Frosty. Oh, dude, you can't beat it. 99 cents, sometimes 50 cents. Like it's all day. It's all day right there.
That's wild. Ooh, I like the KFC bowl.
Oh, good
I'm a big fan of the KFC bowl with like
my wife orders nothing but
famous bowl.
That's like the only thing my wife orders. From
and
KFC.
like you get like chopped up pieces like chicken tenders and mashed potatoes and corn.
I found myself there's a gas station down by where I work, and they sell like fried chicken, like by their pizza and stuff, and they make pretty much they just call it a potato bowl, but it's the same thing, and like even a generic knockoff of it is really good. And
my last one, you doing the shake? I'm going to go with a half shamrock, half chocolate shake. That is my favorite.
I'll just give you McDonald's shakes.
No, I'm just saying that's my favorite shake at McDonald's.
Combo.
Yeah,
and I'm a huge shamrock shake guy.
And some places will not allow it, which is kind of crazy. I mean, how easy is it to just go half and half?
My wife is no longer allowed in the man cave. She just said shamrock shakes are gross. And that is
Egoy.
If anyone knows a good divorce lawyer, let me know.
Egoy just dropped fire. That is true. French fries in the Frosty.
See, here's the thing though. I'm not a French fries guy. I don't order French.
Sweet. I know, but that sweet on sweet.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Oh yeah, sweet on salt. Sweet on sweet. That's just me.
All right, my last pick. This is probably going to lose it for me. No, I only had 4.
Okay.
This is my last pick, and this is probably going to lose it for me. But I'm going fried cheese curds from Culver's.
No, I'm not a big cheese curd.
You can put them on the sandwich if you really want. You can eat them plain. They usually give you a nice little pack.
You want to know another weird story about me? When I was younger, I actually choked on like a mozzarella stick. Never ate them since. Every time I get them, everyone's like, "Oh, you want one?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Who doesn't like that?" I'm like, "I can't do it."
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's one of those funny things that every time I see it, I'm like,
Producer Joe, get up. Whoever can make mozzarella sticks in town, get an order here.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get.
It'll freak me out. I'm gonna run away.
Let's see some good ones we missed though. Like we also didn't diversify very much here. I almost went with breakfast burrito from McDonald's.
Ooh. I'm a big pancakes with sausage guy.
You go with the meat
with the little sausage patty.
God, I have never once in my life ordered like the big meal thing. Like
I just get the pancakes and then the sausage patties.
Okay.
I don't get like
I can respect that.
I'm not gonna
like
get the egg, no. But I also do like the egg McMuffin
that's a good choice
from McDonald's too.
Do you remember Mini? No, that's not right. The cinnamon bun things from McDonald's, the pull apart.
No, but that sounds
monkey
amazing.
Bread looking thing. I gained a solid 17 pounds in college eating those. I got pretty fat.
That's so true. But no, I don't think that's true with the Shamrock Shakes should be all year round because that would lose its luster.
It takes away the luster of it. Like exactly.
It's back for like a few weeks and then it's gone.
We also missed like Subway cookies.
Ooh, Subway cookies.
Subway cookies guy. Chicken Littles from KFC. They make them in like 5 flavors. They're like $1.40. You can eat like 12 of them.
I'm a big fan of the Doritos Locos.
No, that's another good
Just
choice.
the nacho cheese.
I see. Like I like some weird. Like I really enjoy like the Power Cantina Bowl from Taco Bell. It's when I'm eating a little bit healthier. Got some rice, some beans. It almost tastes like a burrito bowl.
Oh wow!
You know what? Another one we missed? Blizzards.
Oh, yeah. Steve said there is now a triple stack.
Yeah,
a burger at
messaged me about
McDonald's.
That. He's probably going to jump right in here.
He said it separates the men from the boys.
And yeah, it's basically.
Have you ever had the 7-stacker at Steak and Shake? Yeah, I've seen people finish. Did you finish it?
Eagle with the save. Cinemelts were the greatest thing. I kid you not. I probably ate 100 orders of them my first semester at college. I used to get 2 or 3.
Pico, I'm not gonna lie. This has probably been your best commented Facebook Live of all time.
Me and my roommate ate those every day. I gained at least 22 pounds that year. I gained 17 pounds.
It was all this.
I ended up.
It was all Cinemelts.
I ended up losing 35 of it, so it was okay.
Triple stack breakfast sandwich is fire. Where do you get that from?
McDonald's. It's new. It's like basically every meat.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like a heart attack right there. I
just caught that bug. The one you've been like swatting at.
You got hands of the ninja. You got ninja-like reflexes.
I do. It's gonna be like the Packers wide receivers on Sunday. Just ball touchdown.
What? Because they're gonna have like the sticky hands, and it's gonna be like,
hey, anything to win, baby. Anything to win.
What
else did we miss? We missed a couple other things.
You like anything from
McGriddle's a solid choice.
What about anything from Culver's?
Well, Butterburgers.
I'm just trying to think. We just didn't say anything.
Put butter on real beef. Oh, duh. Frozen custard.
Oh yeah.
Concrete mixers.
Dairy Queen. I like the Dairy Queen brownie sundae, and they like the little pieces of brownie on it. Unbelievable.
Blizzards are so underrated. And then when they tip them upside down, you're like, holy hell.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, just make it a little bit easier for me to eat that.
Producer Joe used to work at Dairy Queen.
Really?
Taco John's potatoes are fuego.
I don't know if I've ever been to Taco John.
We ate at one in like the middle of absolute nowhere in northern Colorado. There's one in Rockford. Taco John's pretty solid. Free plug. Let's see, what else did we miss?
Did we consider Portillo's a fast food or no?
You did. I strongly lobbied against it.
Okay, so I was just gonna say it's like all their food.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that's a good one to leave off. Because,
that's a tough
decision.
One of the best fast food orders is an Italian combo from Portillo's with cheese whiz and a cake shake. But it's like legitimately like
cake shakes.
100 calories.
Do you know cake shakes have mayonnaise in them? I'm pretty sure.
Tell me that. I'm never gonna.
I'm pretty sure that's true. I mean.
Oh my.
Yeah,
God.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Are you serious? I've only had one, so I think I'm okay.
You don't like mayonnaise?
Disgusting.
I'm not a big fan. I'll eat mayonnaise, but I'm not like the biggest fan.
You don't like eat it out of a jar or anything, do you?
No.
What
is it, a scoop?
Oh, good call, Egoy, with the White Castle sliders. I love White Castle.
I'm not a big White Castle guy.
Oh, I was in it.
Oh, there's a reason why.
You get the box of them. I was in Indianapolis this summer. They make breakfast sliders now. One of the best things I had eaten, but I had to crap by the time I got.
So you can put a little bit more on top of my tiny little sandwich.
I got 4 of them for like $3, dude.
I know, but they make you see like they're 10, 100 for $5, but they're this size. Get out of here.
You ever need your colon cleaned out? Get a case.
Cake is made with mayo. Ugh.
I'm never eating a cake shake again. Thanks for ruining that.
It's not like a sandwich.
Barf. That is disgusting.
On air, I just ruined cake shakes for Boomy.
That should be illegal. That should be a punishable offense by death.
But if I would have never said anything, you would never know. Did you like it?
I've only had one.
Did you like it?
I thought it was good.
Oh, no.
No. I thought it was good, but here
now you're going to go.
I legitimately thought this. They're good. Oh. All right, well, that's fine then.
That's what he said.
You didn't say that.
No, he said not like a sandwich.
White Castle is great for people who enjoy diarrhea. Love White Castle. So therefore, I love diarrhea apparently. How much
more? It was like more fun to say that there was just say mayo. It didn't have to like specify.
Okay, but like here's the thing: like cake shakes are good.
I know, but that's why it's more fun.
But cake shakes are not like exponentially greater than a McDonald's shake, though.
No. Well, the cake shakes you gotta work for cake shakes too. Yeah, you gotta eat with a spoon. It's impossible to eat.
I would you might not like this. Noah might like this. Shamrock shake over any cake shake.
I'll take that. I'm a big 100%. Shamrock guy. I'm a big Shamrock shake guy. You're not gonna
twice on Sundays.
It's one of the rare things we actually agree on. What we don't agree on is the Bears, Packers. Bears
upset
swamping the Packers.
Egoy's right. He said the Packers are going to steamroll the Bears. I think that Rodgers.
We should make a bet on this.
What are we betting? Well, you already have to come work out with me.
I know.
Stay tuned for that.
That has already been planned out.
Finally lost. He lost TCF. He lost
after Christmas,
right around Christmas. But Zach,
I'm going to need some time to recover from Vegas.
Yep.
That's actually a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real thing.
So either way, we have a nice camera now. Zach is going to come work out with me, and I'm going to put him through everything. Pre-workout, protein, middle intro workout. We're going to do cardio before, cardio during, cardio after. We're going to probably do some stretching. And
baked apple pie, that is a good one.
That's another one.
Jersey Mike's, I don't think –
Jersey Mike's is not fast food.
But no, it's the best sub shop. It is a very good sub shop, I think.
It's good.
I'm off Subway. I'm sorry. I'm off Subway. I don't go there anymore.
I go to Subway all the time.
I never go to Subway anymore. That's just a fact. But Bears win by 2 TDs. Sorry, I had to get that right in.
Anywho, make sure you go check out our sponsors, 26shirts.com. Make sure you check out SeatGeek. Use our promo code TheLoopSports in all caps.
$20 free. $20.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
The Loop Sports.
Whatever holiday, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, happy that. $20 right there.
$20 from us to you. That's The Loop Sports, all caps letter. We're giving you $20. That's because we love you. We love the fans. So
it's for the fans.
It's for the fans. That's all we do.
Make sure you follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF. Make sure you go to our main page at typical_Chicago. Get involved in the rap bracket, and a lot of good stuff going on there.
We have a big interview tomorrow.
Yes.
With Herb Lawrence. It's going to be very cool. He's going to be on the podcast Sunday. We'll be dropping that Sunday night. We're going to do a little bit of a recap of the Bears game, Bears-Packers game. How the Bears will be division champs after the game, and the Packers are officially eliminated from the playoffs. And it'll be a great podcast.
Smug now. Just wait till the upset, baby.
A great episode, though. Either way,
this may or may not come out Sunday because if the Bears lose, you'll probably be too pissy. And like, no, I'm not doing that.
No, but the best content of the whole thing will be the interview. We're very excited about the interview.
Yes, Steve Herbie from The Score. Yep, I can't wait.
Yep, it'll be cool. We'll also have P-Goy in on the interview. He is a Herb Lawrence fan, so we're all three going to do it together tomorrow. And then put it out Sunday night. We are very excited to – I think it is our second interview on the
Since we've been
Loop Sports.
With the Loop Sports, yeah.
Our man Frank Frank Fleming. I've seen him. He's been working his butt off.
Frank is, doing
Frank
the
right there, baby.
Viral video.
That was awesome.
But make sure – I don't think I mentioned it. Follow the Loop Sports at the Loop_Sports. There was a lot of really good articles put out this week. A lot of good blogs.
Go to typical _ Chicago for the TCF Great Debate is what the hashtag is.
What it is. But it's
the region by region best rappers of all time, and I think we got the 4 regions. What round are we in?
I don't know. Second, I think. Woo Tang.
Good. I mean, not really on that as much as you guys are.
I love Wu-Tang.
I mean, you and Matt got very mad.
Yeah. Shout out Matt I think it's Schofield.
Yeah.
Shout out Matt Schofield from the Loop.
If I get it wrong, I'm very sorry.
Yeah. He's our guy. He
worked his butt. I mean, he made that bracket so quick.
Yeah, so we recorded this last Saturday, and the brackets were made by the Sunday night game.
Yeah, no, they're done by Saturday night. I'm pretty sure because I think right after
you're right.
show,
you did send them
right
Saturday.
after our show, it kind of came up in the group message, and then he kind of put it out there as what should we do, and then we thought it was a cool idea, and he right away had one region done in probably 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, he's the man. And Igor, I don't know if Cypress Hill's still alive. They probably shouldn't be.
No, but again, look for the new podcast Sunday night.
With Herbie.
Go Bears,
go Packers.
And have a safe rest of your Friday night, and have a good Saturday, and go Bears. Because I mean, I hate to end it like this, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers. I pray for Aaron Rodgers, really, because I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not the bad guy.
Stay in your lane,
but
stay in your lane.
I mean, he's got those guys. He got Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks. He's got Eddie Goldman.
Busted ass offensive line of yours. They can't snap a ball to a quarterback.
Next time you see us, the Bears will be division champs.
Peace.